We are out here in Vegas for the last two PBA tournaments of the year. We're at the South Point Hotel and Casino. Pretty cool place if you haven't checked it out yet. But yeah, we got two tournaments. Today we got the non-champions tournament, which means to bowl this tournament, you can't have a PBA title. And tomorrow is just a regular PBA regional. So logically, you would think that today's the one that I have a good chance of winning, except for the fact that somehow Ryan Barnes is a non-champion and he's here. So it's gonna be tough regardless, whichever tournament we're bowling. But today we're bowling on the 39-foot Mik'd pattern. And pretty much everyone's been telling me it's gonna be a urethane fest all day. I brought 9 balls, one of them's urethane. So we're gonna try out the urethane and hopefully that plays out like we expect, but if not, I got 8 more to go too. So yeah, let's get into it. Alright guys, pretty annoying game one. I threw a 7-bagger in practice with the Ion Max, and the lights turned on, I just missed 5 right, threw it in the gutter, and then the rest of the game wasn't much better than that. So 158 to start. Tried a few different balls, but I think honestly the issue is just me, probably pulling on the ball a little bit too much. So we're going to go back to the Ion Max for game 2, and hopefully throw it a little bit better. And now that I bowled a really bad game, the nerves have kind of worn off, and now I'm just angry. So hopefully that anger fuels a higher game 2. Anyway, game 2. Alright guys, freaking brutal game 2. We ended up with a 166. I couldn't buy a freaking strike. And the left lane was hooking, like 10 boards less than the right lane. I finally threw a good one in ring 10. And just overall, pretty bad. But on the bright side, we're going up. And if we keep going up, eventually we're going to be blowing some good games. So let's keep that momentum and hopefully shoot a 200 next game. Alright, game 3. Alright, well, we ruined the upward momentum. We shot 165 after a 166, which should have been a 210 or 220, but pretty bad especially cost me on that one. And the pattern's actually pretty hard today. The cut actually might be like a 180 or 190 average, so we're not too far out of it. Like 1 or 2 big games and we're right back in it. So let's get into game 4 and hopefully shoot a 230 at least. Game 4. All right, 200 game 5. Finally a pretty decently respectable game. I moved pretty far left and my pocket shots are striking, and when I miss left, my Brooklyn shots are carrying, which I didn't have before. So it's kind of nice to have. And it looks pretty good for the last game and a half, so we're going to try it again the next game. Hopefully the next game's even better. But yeah, this tournament looks really tough. I'm looking around right now, and there's like 2 guys that are plus. One of them being Ryan Barnes, of course, who's plus 120. He's crushing it, as expected. But yeah, hopefully we can turn this ship around and not have a horrendous tournament. Game 5. Alright, well, this sucks. 169, game 5. Yeah. I got nothing much to say about that other than that sucks. I think the look with the hyperdrive is going away, so we're going to change the IQ now, or maybe something shiny. Got to get pretty far left because the lanes are breaking down pretty quick, and yeah, hopefully we can turn it around. There's still 3 games left. I hate making excuses because I think it's annoying, but my entire hand is freaking sore because we were filming YouTube videos for the last 2 days straight for like 10 hours each day, and my thumb's kind of ripping open a little bit, and so is this little callus on my hand. And I don't want to say it's bothering me, but it kind of is, and I don't know. I need some kind of excuse at this point because this is just a pretty miserable performance. But on to game 6. Hopefully we can score a little better the next 3. All right, 201 game 6. We set a new personal record for high game at this tournament with a 201. We beat our other PR by 1 with a 200, so that's kind of cool. Even though we're pretty far away from cut still, I think at this point we need like 279 the last 2 games to have a chance. But the lanes are opening up a little bit, so maybe there's a chance for that. But it's still not easy. It's still not quite a house shot. Still got to throw a pretty good shot. So yeah, on to game 7. Hopefully we can bust out something huge. If we don't bust out something huge next game, it's over. 279 or bust. Well, guys, we had a hot start to that game, but we ended up throwing it all away with the 3 opens towards the end. At this point, I think I need 400 the last game to make the cut, which I don't know if that's possible. I think the max score is 300. I'm not totally sure, but if anyone knows, can you let me know in the comments? I think the max score is 300, but I need a 400. We're in quite a predicament here, but yeah, 1 game left. All we got to do now is just have some fun, I guess. As much fun as you can have while losing a tournament. Game 8. Hi guys, we're mic'd up for this game. Shots. Have a little fun with it. That's a good shot. That's pretty good. Oh, that's left. Push. Darn it. Wow. That was dead on the money. That's pretty good. Wow. Really good. please. Come on, Gary. Darn it. Pretty good. That's pretty good. Come on, don't. I liked it. I like this lane. Perfect on that lane. Pretty good. Finally. Pretty good too. Wow, with that strike we just beat our PR for the tournament. That is crazy. No. Never mind, I didn't beat the PR.